HALALYAM YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI BAHASHAM QADASH. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of the millstone that roll well and teach well, early and fervently to the Spirit, to the Achium, my fellow laborers, risking their lives and praying to push this word out in truth and sincerity, to the Achium, listening and learning, the endurers of the word and abiding in the faith, and to the speckled birds scattered abroad that look like the other nations but are truly Yasharallah to the Spirit. Shalom and Barakatam. This is Brother Ariel from the JMS Orlando camp. And I just want to make a quick little video on this tweet that I saw. And, I just found it so interesting how these heathens just, like, you gotta really observe these heathens. You gotta observe them, because one thing our people need to understand is not just the so-called white man. It's not just the nation of Edom. It's all these other nations. Okay, it's the Ishmaelites, it's the Moabites, the Ammonites, the Elamites. Okay, it's every last one of these heathens. These are your enemies. These are your adversaries. Not one of them is on our side. Okay, the nations, not just Edom. It would have just said Edom. Yes, Edom is the main antagonist, but it's not just Edom. It's every last one of these damn filthy ass heathens. Yes, through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, all of our adversaries will be taken down. That includes every last one of these other nations, the heathens, which are reputed as nothing. All right? So just look at this, right? Just look at this, right? Being Palestinian has to be the most frustrating thing ever. Imagine being oppressed for 80 plus years just to watch the entire world side with your oppressor. Bitch, I'd go mad. Now, you read that, and that's so funny because we don't have to imagine. We don't have to imagine. 80 years? Nigga, try centuries. Try centuries. You talking about 80 years, okay? We've been oppressed by our enemies, by not just the Edomites, but all you other nations since ancient Egypt. You people have been against the chosen people of YAHAWASHI. Since ancient Egypt, we've been targeted, you could say. The nations always looked upon us as a target that they wanted to overcome, that they wanted to fight against. They wanted to desecrate our temples, desecrate, our people, our ways. They did not respect us. When you read, hey, look at the Philistines, right? By the way, the Philistines, right? Or Philistines, those are the original inhabitants of that land, of that so-called Palestine. The Philistines, those are Hamites. So you niggas don't even belong there. You Ishmaelites stole their land. Okay, let's not forget about the Ishmaelite conquests, these different slave trades that y'all enacted. Okay, let's not forget that Ishmael, with his little scimitars and shit, with your curved swords going around, forcing people to convert to Islam. Let's not forget about your 72 male little boy virgins that you guys want to be rewarded with if you martyr yourselves in the name of that false god, that crescent moon god. Okay, let's not forget about the harems that you people forced a lot of Hamites, not only Hamites, but Israelite women into as well. Okay, so you're no better than the Edomites. Okay, let's not even go there. Let's not even go there. But point is, this is a very funny ass tweet. It's a very funny statement, because we don't have to imagine. You saying that, crying, right? Like you got it so bad. But that land don't even belong to you either. Okay, y'all just killing each other, and the Lord's laughing at you. Really, it's according to prophecy. So we rejoice at all this going on, right? But that's the point, is we don't have to imagine shit. We've been going through much worse than that. And it's not no, what do they call it, oppression Olympics, right? It's not even about that. But y'all are hypocrites to cry like this about what's going on with you when a people has been going through this, and y'all, no one called for justice. No one wanted nothing to change. You've been happy with it. You've been happy with what's going on. All right. So then you got a couple of replies, right? This is how notice they said black and indigenous person. That's the spirit. That's the spirit, because those are the Israelites. All right. And when you go into the indigenous peoples, their descendants, I believe, the Mexicans, the Puerto Ricans, a lot of the Latin tribes, they're pretty much descendants of the Gadites as well. But a lot of our people, they've been scattered all across the Americas, but that, sometimes brothers will just say, so-called black and brown, black and indigenous, black and Hispanic. It really is all encompassing no matter what. But when you get into the specifics, then we say, so-called black, Hispanic, Native American, West Indian, and Haitian. But I just wanted to point that out, how they said this is how every black and indigenous person feels. That's the spirit, right? The Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom and the Northern Kingdom, respectfully, right? And Salakia for the damn background noise. That's the shit that happens when, brothers get in the spirit and they start doing lessons, shit happens. But every day of our lives. So this bitch, you know what this bitch said? This bitch said, respectfully, I'm talking about Palestine right now. Now that's the funny thing. People always do that, right? When people are talking about one thing and someone brings up another somewhat relevant thing, right? People will say, well, look, I'm talking about this right now. Because they get in defense mode. They feel like, oh, well, don't try to take the attention off of what I'm talking about. It's about me. I want the attention right now. We're talking about me right now. And it's like, you got 36,000 likes, 8 million views on your shit. You got plenty of other people to reply to. And you choose to reply to this like that with that nasty ass attitude for what? You know what I'm saying? That, again, like I just said, it goes into their defensive attitude of, don't take my attention away from me. We're focusing on me right now. We're not talking about that other shit. And when it comes to this subject about the oppression and people turning a blind eye to your oppression and in fact siding with your oppressor, how does that make sense to respond like that? Aren't you people in the world all about unity? Aren't you people in the world all about, we need to come together and fight the power and all that bullshit? But this is how you're going to respond? You searching for empathy, you searching for attention, and that's how you respond to somebody being like, yeah, man, I feel you. That's exactly how we feel. What this nigga Sebastian, whoever the hell they are, they didn't have no animosity in what they said. They just said, look, yeah, we feel that too every day of our lives. We relate to that shit. Wasn't nothing wrong with that. But this bitch had the nerve to talk about, respectfully, I'm talking about Palestine right now. Bitch, what is wrong with you? That shows you the attitude of these damn heathens, even if they're in a situation that's somewhat similar, which it's really not. But the way she framed it, right, is somewhat similar to what the Israelites are going through. It shows you their true feelings, their true colors. Ain't no allies, okay? Ain't no people that relate to you for real. Ain't no people that actually care about you. Ain't no unity with these other nations. They hate you. They don't give a shit about you. They have no sympathy, no empathy for you whatsoever. And this proves it. And probably Eve said, bitch, you said imagine, and we saying we don't have to. Okay, bitch, you said imagine. What do you mean we talking about Palestine right now? You said imagine. We don't have to imagine. We're just telling you we relate to that shit, but on an even grander level. They didn't have no animosity. They weren't trying to do oppression Olympics or whatever they call it. All they said is, yeah, that's how we feel. That's how we feel too. That shows you that the pure evil, the pure indifference that these nations feel to you Israelites, man. Bitch, you brought the tweet up. You said imagine. Okay? You want empathy. You want attention. It's really being given to you. Showing you, hey, well, look, you're not alone. And you had the nerve to respond like that? Right? And this bitch talking about, clearly I wasn't talking to people who aren't experiencing apartheid and genocide while the whole world supports it currently. Are you sick in the head? Bitch, I don't even know what you're talking about. Okay? It wasn't no clear. It's a tweet. It's a tweet out there for everybody to look at. It wasn't nothing. They always try to backtrack and add context that wasn't there. And then this person said this, right? Blue Bone said, it's actually key that people make the connections between struggle globally. The read the room and not right now retorts from that bitch, that Ishmaelite bitch, are actually counterproductive. All oppressed folk need to connect the dots. This isn't an isolated experience. This is so-called white tyranny and supremacy worldwide. Showing you Jake is so compassionate and empathetic and loving when don't nobody give a fuck about you. Don't nobody have that same compassion, that same empathy, that same inclusion towards you. Showing you exactly who your enemies are. Showing you exactly what the scriptures is talking about when it's all about Israel. These nations are not your friends. Okay? And if you are joined unto them, you're going to get thrust through. All right? That's what's happening. That's what's going to happen to you if you continue to be all buddy-buddy with these heathen nations. They don't give a damn about you. Period. And they show you that every single day. People want to downplay and marginalize your experience, bro. You gotta observe every interaction. The way these Edomites talk, the way these heathens talk, right? Even though they seem like an average Joe Schmo, they seem like a commoner, right? They're not the elites that are really managing the resources. But I'm stuck on that, how the scriptures say that not only were the nobles and the Pharaoh, they were punished, but the common folk of Egypt were punished with them. Every last one of them, down to the cattle, had their firstborn killed through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. I'm stuck on that because that's so real. Because the common folk of Babylon, the common folk of the whole world, all nations, all of them are in on our oppression. All of them are in on our oppression. All of them are against righteousness. And it's proven with their actions. It's proven with the way they talk, what they stand for, what they promote, what they side with. It's proven. And we see, speaking for myself as a man, I'm seeing more and more every day why the Lord is going to bring great judgment. And even just put it in simple terms like this, right? The average person is or has committed adultery. They're eating pork and shrimp and crab and lobster. They're engaging in sodomy, transforming, idolatry. The average person, let alone upholding, right, like Jake always says, upholding the systems of so-called white supremacy, let alone all that high level, shit, right? The average person is wicked, straight up, like intentionally wicked. So we see more and more every day why this place gotta go, and all the inhabitants. They have to die. Thus saith YAHAWASHI. Right? And look at that. This person said they don't want to do that because they don't want to ever be compared to black people, ever. That's the gall of it all, the nerve. all they are going through, and it's still, at least we aren't black in their rhetoric. And that's facts. That's facts. They don't want us to unite. That's a scary sight. Yeah. So I just wanted to bring that out. I thought, man, that's a beautiful example of these heathens and how they really feel about us. They're not your friends. They're not your allies. They will be our slaves in the kingdom of heaven. The spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, tributaries unto us forever. We're going to eat up the riches. The forces of the Gentiles are going to be brought unto us. Lord don't love nobody, don't care about nobody but his chosen people, his children, the Israelites, Yasharallah, princes of the power. So I pray that this was edifying, exhorting, and uplifting through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. So what YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH QADASH bestowed upon me to bring out this lesson and push forth this word. Keep pushing, keep praying, keep fasting, keep enduring, keep striving for the truth unto death, and YAHAWASHI shall fight for thee, and keep abiding in the faith. DTA, Abba Babal, Kwam Yasharallah, stay strong, we're almost home. Shalom, Barakim, Labakarim, bringing peace and blessings to the elect, YAHAWASHI, we may be a part of that number. And blessings, honor, glory, and power be unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Lam Yad, Wa Lai, Walam Yam, always and forever. Shalom.